Hey guys, how we doing? Mike here from Sell Your Service. I am live according to Facebook, so let's go check this out. Make sure that I am all logged in and broadcasting. If you are watching, say hello. Today we are talking about how to deal with customers who cancel their care plans. I think this is quite a common problem. I certainly see a lot of businesses struggle with this, and recently I have seen more people kind of have basically come up to me and say, look, man, we've got more people canceling their care plans. We've got a lot of people who are saying that they want to give up their care plans or give up their maintenance plans or whatever it is that they're talking about. So if you're watching this live, make sure you say hello. Hey, Doug, how's it going? Awesome to have you on with me. If you are watching this on Facebook, make sure to click the more button in the description and then allow views or something, like allow access or something like this. If you're watching from YouTube, hello, make sure to leave a comment. I think I can see everything. Yeah, all destinations. There we go. So, for example, I've got Facebook user here. What I need you to do is go into Facebook, and where you're watching this, it'll say something like, in fact, let's do this now because I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. And if you're watching the replay, type the word replay in or something like that. Inside Facebook, yeah, that was me. I want to say yes, continue. Yes, it was me. Yeah. So does this work now, Facebook? There we go. So what I'm going to share with you guys is inside Sell Your Service. If I click on this here, I'm going to share my screen quickly and I'll show you exactly what you need to do. Screen 2 on my beautiful 4K monitor block. Can you see here it says I'm going to use StreamYard. Before you leave a comment, please grant StreamYard permissions. Make sure you click on that there, and that's going to basically allow me to see who it is. So Gio, how's it going? Awesome, you're watching on YouTube. This is fantastic. Doug says this has happened to me just recently. This is a really common problem, and it's kind of one of the first things that you're going to see happen during a market correction, a revolution, any kind of big panic like this. The thing we need to understand is that this is not the customer saying they don't want to buy from you, right? This is them kind of showing you other stuff. You know, when like people kind of get a bit angry and pissed off. Hey, how's it going, Chris? You all right, buddy? Or Monty? If you're watching, sorry. By the way, I've actually got a resource that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I've got a customer care plan sort of cancellation response kit, plus a little bit of a marketing toolkit that I'll share with you. In fact, if I can I click that? There we go. So I'm going to share this with you in a second, guys. It's an email response or phone response, whatever you want to call it, as well as an order of priorities to start getting things back on track. So hello, how's it going? Hope you're having a good time. So Doug has said this has happened to me just recently. First of all, if this has happened to you, let me know in the comments that you say, yeah, I've had a customer cancel, I've had a customer back out. Here's what tends to happen, right? Sometimes called buyer's remorse. Okay, it actually doesn't matter what you call it. It is essentially an objection, and it's based around fear. A bit like I said earlier. Have you ever had someone be really grumpy with you and pissed off, and then you dig a little deeper, and the reason they're annoyed is just because they haven't had any lunch, right? That's basically the reason that they're annoyed with anyone, not just you. So we're going to dig a little deeper, and the customer is basically reaching out to you to say, hey, we're going to have to cancel our care plan. Now, this doesn't matter if it's $79 a month, doesn't matter if it's $300 a month, doesn't matter if it's $1,000 a month. The first thing that people are going to start doing now is cutting things that they don't think are mandatory or necessary. And this is a really common response across everything. So many businesses are going to start backing out of deals now. So Clark, hey, how's it going? I've had someone back out of a proposal. I'm going to do a slightly different video, but by all means, if you want to take this and rip it apart and use it for this situation, I'm sure it'll apply. I'd be more than happy for you to go ahead and do that. I'm going to give you this document for free, no opt-in. You guys can just go ahead and take this. I'll put the link in the comments or something, or I'll share it somehow, however with you guys. So the thing you have to understand is that this is an objection. So this is the customer saying, Mike, I want you to tell me why I should continue working with you. I want you to tell me why I should continue giving a care plan kind of package over to you, or you delivering the care plan package for me. The number one mistake that a lot of businesses make at this point is they argue with the customer. The first thing that you have to do is you have to say, it's not personal. They're not doing this to me to just piss me off. They're not doing it to me because I'm a bad person. The reason, and here we go, right? I'm going to talk about this in a second, right? The reason that we immediately go, well, they obviously don't want to work with me. I can't believe this, blah, blah, blah. I've done such great work. You have to ignore all of that. And you have to agree with them. Now, this might sound like suicide. This might sound like I've gone nuts or something, but the customer doesn't want you to argue with them. If you agree with them, you'll reach an agreement much quicker. So Doug says the reason for me due to COVID, absolutely. And Doug, there are loads of businesses who are doing this. The reasons for me due to COVID and the fact that he had to shut the doors to his business. He even indicated that he didn't know what he was getting. Perhaps my bad for constantly not making that clear to him. The long and short of Doug is, yeah, it is your fault for not making it consistently obvious to him why he's buying that. That's not to say that that's not entirely your fault, because I think that people... we forget and we take for granted. It's a bit like IT, the IT department in a business. If everything's going well, they'll be like, why do we need an IT department? Everything's working. If everything's breaking, they go, why do we need an IT department? Everything's breaking. So you have to flip in the customer's perspective what it is that you're doing. So Chris says so true, mate, on point. It's not personal, always agree. Yeah. So the first thing you do, the big mistake that people make is they immediately go into arguing mode and they say, no, you need to stay with me. Why do you want to leave? And they go, well, I don't really understand. You go, that's nonsense. Of course we do loads of stuff. And people start to argue with the customer. The first thing you need to do with them is agree with them. For example, if a customer comes up to me and they say, hey man, looking to buy a marketing funnel. Everything's kind of kicking off right about now, and I'm not entirely sure that we need something around 15 grand. That's a lot of money. I go, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a lot of money. I agree. Everything is kicking off. And they go, we're kind of nervous about the future. Yeah, I agree. Everything's up in the air. As soon as you start agreeing with the customer, you're immediately on their side. Remember, you're not on opposite sides of the table. You're on the same side of the desk. You're supposed to be a team working towards a common goal. So the first thing you need to do is get yourself out of the mindset of saying, this is personal. Why would they do this? They obviously don't trust me. They don't like me. And you need to come back on that and start saying to yourself, actually, the reason they're coming to me is because they trust me. They want me to say to them, here's why, and here's how we can change this around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this with you. This is a really classic response template that I've used in the past. Yeah, it does. It takes the power away. All of a sudden, you're not batting heads. You're facing the same direction, right? So let me share my screen here. Here we go. Customer care plan cancellation. Hey, Beth, how's it going? Glad you're with me. Sorry, I know I should be timing these out, and we have got that in mind. It's just today's been, frankly, a bit of a nightmare. Cool. Customer care plan cancellation response. I'm going to zoom in a bit more here. I love this monitor, but it means that everything's super, super small. So, customer care plan. This is if they email you. Now, you could do this on the phone as well, so you could use this as a script. Doug, I'm going to use you as an example. You're going to be my customer. So, hey, Doug, I totally understand that you need to start looking at costs. So I'm going to say you need to start looking at your costs. And I agree that all businesses could use a little budget management right now. You see, we're agreeing with them. I agree with you. All businesses should be looking at their budget anyway. I want to make sure that I fully understand what you're looking to do before we do anything that can't be undone. Making sure that you've got your cash flow taken care of is also my top priority. I'm on the same side of the table as you. So I've agreed with them, and now I have a moral authority. I want to help you. I want to make sure that this is the best decision for you. Never, ever, ever am I going to make a decision or help you make a decision that's not right for you. One of the best questions that you can ask your customers, by the way, is, do you trust me? It's one of the best questions you can ask. If someone says, hey, man, I'm not entirely sure that we need this email marketing package. You go, okay, dude, just wondering, do you trust me? You go, well, yeah, of course we trust you. Awesome. Sign here, send over the deposit, and we can get started today. If they trust you, there shouldn't be a problem, right? So put their money where their mouth is. It's a two-way street. They should be trusting you, and you're going to do the best job you can for them. So I want to make sure I fully understand what you're looking to do before we do anything that can't be undone. You're also putting in a threat of scarcity there. You go, look, man, if we stop supporting your site, I don't know what's going to happen, okay? As it stands, your income, sales, and lead generation are protected through our care service. Predominantly, that's probably the number one thing that you're taking care of right now. Interestingly, if you're looking at this from another angle and you say, well, someone doesn't want to do their hosting with me anymore, someone doesn't want to do their coaching with me anymore, you could go, okay, as it stands, let's do health and fitness coaching, right? As it stands, your health, your motivation, the community that you're a part of are essentially protected by being a part of our gym or our membership or whatever. As you can imagine, more people are online now than ever. And without a care plan, if your site went down, it could take hours or even days to come back up. This is true, by the way. During any kind of market correction, during any kind of reinvention or revolution, especially with the one that we have now, sparked off by COVID, more people are at home online than ever. And all businesses need to make this shift, okay, this shift into an online model. We've been talking about it for years. Last week, I've never been busier. I've had more and more people say to me, hey, man, how is it that you run your business online like this? How is it that you do this stuff kind of day in, day out? And I'm like, well, it's kind of just the way that I've always done it. I've never really had like a specific like goal or end game in mind. You want to make sure that the customer knows that this is actually an opportunity for them to grow and adapt. And as soon as you say to them, look, man, there's more people at home, you need to protect your income and leads and lead generation and sales more than ever. You need to protect your delivery method more than ever. All right. Now is the worst possible time, not only because you've got more people online than ever, just day to day by the growing years, but also right now, more people are online because they sure as hell aren't in their office doing work. Okay. And if your site went down without care plan, it could take hours or even days to get back up because we wouldn't know where we are. Okay. It's not as simple as switching it on and off. The consistent maintenance is more important than doing it. It's a bit like, again, I keep using gym and fitness analogies, but it's a bit like going to the gym for an hour a day maintains a level of fitness way easier than just going to the gym once a week for 5 hours or going to the gym once a month for 20 hours, right? Our care service is designed to protect your income, not restrict it. Begin flipping how they see you as a provider. Before we look to remove any kind of protection, which is needed now more than ever, I'd gladly talk through some ways that we can increase your revenue. So we have flipped this round and we've said to them, I completely agree that you need to look at your budget. It's a really good time to start looking at your budget and looking at your costs anyway. I want to make the best possible decision for you. Would you like me to come up with some ways that we can help you with you increasing your revenue? So, and then we just sign off, right? So a few points, and I've also got that plan, by the way. I've got a revenue increase plan that you can follow here just on the phone, or you could even do it via like Zoom or face-to-face, although we shouldn't be having face-to-face meetings right now. So first of all, it's important to know that morally, I feel I can't leave your site without protection now more than ever, okay? For a start, my team and my staff are up to their necks in work. We have so many customers saying to us, please, can you fix our site? It's gone down, increased levels of traffic. Our hosts have bugged out. There's tons of reasons why sites can go down now more than ever. I morally, even if you say you can't pay me, I morally feel that I can't leave you with protection with at least going through every possible option first. I personally have a customer who wanted to basically reduce their, basically completely get rid of their coaching, their marketing coaching. It's not even a care plan, their marketing coaching, about a £500 a month fee they were paying. And we had a look at their files and I said, you know what? I absolutely want to go through this with you as well. You've been with me for a couple of years. This would be a good time to do it. We had a look through some of their numbers. They were spending hundreds of pounds advertising through radio and print. And I was like, we can get rid of that now. And we've actually found you 500 quid. So they were spending a couple of grand or whatever. And I was like, let's stop that. Have you got anywhere? Actually, I haven't even gone through this. So we just went through his line items and he went, actually, yeah, I haven't even gone through this because you were at the front of my mind, Mike. You were the first person we were going to get rid of. But now I go through this and I can see that I shouldn't be paying for radio. I shouldn't be paying for print advertising. If anything, you found me some money. When's our next call? Okay. Secondly, we want to increase and protect revenue streams. Your number one goal for your customers right now should be to increase and protect revenue streams. For them to say, oh, I'm just going to cut all of my expenses and focus on what I've got and protect what I've got, they're not going to grow. You don't grow by shrinking. Businesses do not grow by shrinking. And you need to make this point to your customers. You say, I totally understand it. If you want to continue growing your website, they go, I don't know if I can grow the website. I don't know if I can grow the business. You have to kind of, tell them to gut up a little bit and say, look, this is the time where you should be trying to grow your business. You should be trying to expand into the markets of people who are quitting. And if you're going to start attracting more sales, more leads, more attention, more authority, more traffic to the website, you need to protect that more than ever. Our job is to help you increase and protect your revenue stream. That's what we're designed to do, and that's what we're going to help you do. Also, here's my final piece here. You don't have an expense problem, you have an income problem. That's what you need to get across to your customers. At a time like this, again, more than ever, especially over the next 12 weeks, 3 months, going into the next kind of 18 months, 2 years, if there is a big correction, which it's looking like there is, you don't have an expense problem, you have an income problem. By cutting your expenses, you restrict growth. Instead, let's look to ways to increase your income. Yes, it might be harder. Yes, it might be harder than it was previously, and it is going to be hard work. But this is how you keep going. During big shakeups, right? During a lot of aggression, a lot of activity, it's not the time to stand still and go, well, I just hope everything's okay. You got to move. You got to attack the target. You got to go after it. You got to be dangerous. That's how you're going to survive the next 18 months to 2 years. And that's what you got to take away to your customers. Jocelyn, thank you so much. Boom. I like that. Awesome. Well, I take great praise in you telling me to preach that, Jocelyn, because I've seen your work. So I'm over the moon that you would agree with me on that. Like, last couple of pieces. Here's what I want to go after. Let me share my screen again here. Add to stream. There we go. Right. Here's your revenue increase plan. So this is what you're going to go through with your customers. And hint, hint, you could go through this yourself. All right. First of all, who were your top paying clients of last year? So basically, they email you and they say, look, man, I really want to cancel this care plan. I just don't think we can afford $350 a month, $79 a month, whatever. I guarantee they'll still find money for Netflix. They'll still find money for dumb expenses. They'll still keep their idiot nephew on the payroll, even though he should have been got rid of a long time ago. That's not the problem. Expenses are not the problem. Income is the problem. So you could sit down with them and say, I completely agree with you. Let's start looking at how we can make you money. If it turns out that the best thing to do is to cut the budget, I completely agree with you. Let's go ahead and do that. But morally, I feel I can't do that to you until we've explored every other option. So I've got this little plan that we're going to run through here. First of all, who were your top paying clients of last year? And they're going to say, oh, it was these 5 guys, these 50 guys, these 20 guys, whatever. You go, great. How much did they spend? How often did they buy? And what did they buy? Immediately, this is going to give you insight into where you should be targeting your campaign. So now, as we said, your job is to protect and increase revenue streams for your customer. You're going to give them a list of people that they can start going after and having a conversation with. Number 2, what was your top selling product of last year? So on one side, we've got the customer. On the other side, we've got the product. What was your top selling product of last year? How many people bought it? What was the average price? How much revenue did it make? And then we say question number 3, of those top customers, were there any products they didn't buy that they could have bought or that they should have bought? What were those products? What is the price? What are they going to buy? This is basically you now beginning to put a plan into place in front of them, in front of their eyes, where they're going to think, actually, we should go after these customers. So them approaching you and talking to you is opening them up to new marketing and sales opportunities. Number 4, of those top selling products, are there any customers or leads who didn't buy, who could have or should have? Why didn't they buy? Why should they buy? Who should we talk to? And this is after going through that, they'll run through these questions. You're then given this kind of quadrant where you're given all the answers that they could possibly need to increase and protect their revenue over the next 12 months. We go, great. Would you like some help positioning new products to those current customers? And they go, yeah. Go, great, fantastic. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk to current customers on the phone and ask them what they are, where they are, or what they need help with. So you're going to create an email campaign that's going to book out their sales staff and their appointment setters to say, look, we just want to have a quick conversation. Everything's up in the air. Everything's turning to shit. We want to have a quick 45-minute call with you. What are you working on? What's your big problems? What do you need help with? Ask Ask them what they loved about their last purchase. Why did they buy it? Why did they buy their last purchase? And they go, we really needed help with whatever it might be. Why did you buy this last year? Well, we were doing some DIY on the house. Well, we were looking to go on a new fishing trip. Well, we were looking to protect our income. Well, we're looking for new health insurance options. You go, fantastic. And then ask them, would they like some help with their current problems and situation? Your customers are going to ask you for help with this kind of work, and you need to bring these kind of solutions to them. So thank you so much for joining me. 20 minutes already. Jesus, I've been yapping on here for 20 minutes. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get a shareable link. I'm going to copy that. I can post a comment like that, and that should kind of propagate through to Facebook and nope, just to that. That's fine. In that case, so I'm going to put it up on I'm going to create a banner for it as well, but I'm also going to go into Facebook individually, and I'm going to post this in the comments. So let me put that right there. Awesome. Colleen, thank you very much. You're very welcome. Not a problem at all. Let me push that there. Cool. So guys, that's what I want you to do when it comes to working on your customers when they come to you and they say, we want to cancel our care plans and stuff like this. This is the plan you need to come back to them with. You need to come back to them with your email response. And again, this could be on the phone. It's embarrassing and it's hard work for a customer to say, look, I just can't afford you. You're not a luxury. You are a necessity. People should be buying from you. If anything, you should be busier. People should think, oh shit, now it's going to really kick off. I need to make sure that I protect my site, protect my income, protect my authority. Can you imagine at a time like this, a time of great uncertainty and a time when people are looking for kind of lighthouses and leaders and shining lights to come to your site and it's down because of a dumb plugin update? Right now, we know that more people are working from home than ever. Infrastructure is shaky. Plugin updates aren't probably going to get managed as well as they could. From Mike Hillen, just like as a perspective, I guarantee you that because of all of this stuff kicking off, there is going to be impacts that are going to go forward to the next year, 18 months, 3 years, as people start hiring, developers and stuff in emerging nations because they think, well, we haven't got the staff at home anymore. I know of 2 businesses who have gone under this week and decided to just pack up everything, get rid of all their staff, fire everyone, put on everyone on leave, and that basically means they're going to start hiring and outsourcing work into other areas where the quality might not be as good. I'm not saying it can't always be. There's going to be long-lasting repercussions for this, and any kind of your care and maintenance plans need to be taken care of by protecting that income. So that's what I want to talk about there. Thank you so much, guys. Massively appreciate it. Yes, can talk underwater just like a diver. You tell me about it, mate. I've just sprouted this off for the past 23 minutes. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Massively appreciate you joining me. I'm going to go away and do a ton more stuff. We've had a load of people join the Facebook group, a load of people subscribe to YouTube, so I'm massively appreciative of that. We're so close to 5,000 subscribers on YouTube as well. In the meantime, guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. I will see you on the next video. Have courage, commit, and take action. Cheers, guys.